Yeah, that's really a good question because we can train everybody all you want, but if people aren't deploying it, so to speak, it's going to fade over time. So in the listening and selling class, I think the most effective way to do that is to have a program of longer engagement. And what I mean by that is to ask each participant to pick at least one target, a non-client, not a greenfield, but somebody where they know from college, from used to work together or whatever, but they're going to pick one and they're going to try to penetrate that over the next 6 or 7 months. And I would have a monthly call with each one of the people in the program to talk about what they're doing, how, and give them some ideas, some tips and tricks about, perhaps getting in there. So they realize, it's not that hard. Doing a greenfield is hard because you're starting from zero. Dealing with somebody that you already know, it's not all that hard. And, if you've developed good relationships with people through whether you went to school with them, they were a coworker, they were a former client, it's like talking to a friend. So how can I help my friend? And so I try to get them to understand, selling business isn't all that difficult. So that's the easiest one to do. I recommend, if we're doing this, let's say with senior managers, that I front end that listening and selling course with the course about becoming an entrepreneur, to change their mindset, just like, my mentor changed mine about, if you want to be a partner, act like a partner. Well, okay, here's a course, a couple of hours that says, you want to be a partner. Partners are entrepreneurs. They're responsible for running a business. They're responsible for production. They're responsible for marketing. They're responsible for HR. So serving your existing clients, getting some new clients, taking care of your people, that's an entrepreneur. Then we go into listening and selling, at least to talk about that aspect of growth, because that's the one that people struggle with the most. And then, as I said, we have the monthly follow-on calls to try to help them penetrate. And then at the end, we usually bring them together and ask them to make a sales presentation to myself and somebody from the firm, a senior partner from the firm. And, we evaluate their technique, what they did, et cetera. But more importantly, everybody in that, in that cohort that participated in the program also gets to evaluate how effective they were. And they go before I do and the partner does in terms of giving them feedback. That's very powerful. When you hear from your peers, here's what I heard, that's actually can be more powerful than hearing it from me or from a senior partner.